Shout out Pope Leo.
Shut
The
up!
God from Chicago. Probably the first pope who's ever had a shot of Malort. So that's... Oh, hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
And welcome.
We fly you two to the Vatican. Suitcase full of Malort. Your Holiness, I present to you.
Something from your homeland.
We are so professional here at Tales Guild. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Highguard Heroes. We're back with another fun time session where everything is great and nothing bad is happening, and we weren't left on any crazy cliffhangers last session. And Apollo definitely doesn't want to find my location. Speaking of last session, would y'all like to do a recap between you to earn some much needed inspiration?
So we started off with combat.
Yes.
We started off and everyone was in combat, was fighting their own Orion. Wait, no, was it Orion?
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Fucking yeah, I remembered it. I didn't even need help. Everyone was...
You did ask for confirmation, though. Is that help?
The princess was getting hurt. Anything happened before that? I don't remember. Somebody else help me out.
Okay, so what I remember is that the two people that were in the ballroom with the princess had engaged in a fight, and then it turned out that Orion was made out of goop, and so they were fighting some goop, and then you were fighting a different Orion, so then I showed up pretending to be another drow guy, and I tried to convince the goop to leave, and at first it didn't work, and then finally it did work, and then you were able to take down the goop. And then at some point, the fake Orion drow guy threw a dagger at the princess, and it is now lodged into her body, and Knight McYearns-a-lot wasn't able to. Am I wrong?
Why the fuck am I catching strays in your recap?
You mean Balric. You mean Balric. Big Ulric.
I'm fucking...
Right, might be.
You're stuck here with me.
Which would you rather be called, Balric or Knight McYearns-a-lot?
McYearns-a-lot is, we're preserving the Mick, which is Irish, I guess.
Please, that's my full name.
He tried to take it out, was unable to. Luckily, Ilda had given the princess an amulet that was helping keep her alive. But I think it only is it's barely keeping her alive. So we're all kind of standing there what are we going to do? I know that our favorite hag was able to heal her, but it didn't do a whole lot. And so then I was like, hey Zariel, I will undo my pact with the princess if you help her out. And that's all I remember right now.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And then kind of the last... Yes.
Yes. So you've been evil and you've been mean. And you need to confess that to the court and to the audience. So
I don't think I have to do anything.
You were like, I gotta get her once, and you got one hit in, and then you were like, and it's gonna be the nastiest hit ever in the world, in the history of whatever. She's like, okay, knife in back neck. Ouchie, let us remove. No, bad touch. Okay, bad touch. No, remove. Poison, no poison. Curse, not confirmed, but don't do that. B implication, don't do that. The little amulet that's basically like a sensor of, hey, this bitch on death saves is going fucking crazy.
It's having a time.
And we hate it. And then the little detail that you wrote you came into my Christian DMs. You came into my Catholic DMs saying, wouldn't it be great if you two had a flower that was supposed to wilt away, but it never did? And then you were like, a single petal falls. Fuck you.
Yeah, this flower that Alaric has had for many years now, always pinned on his lapel. never wavering, never withering. In this moment, a single petal has fallen from it, as you have all witnessed, as it kind of falls down, kind of landing on her. And yeah, that's where we pick up as you're all surrounding the princess, seeing this happen, continuing your investigations into what is happening here. And I leave it to all of you. And you do also get an inspiration, because that was a good recap.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Pookie.
Griselda was
Okay,
kind of
thank you.
poking around at the goop, right?
She was poking around at, she was poking around just in general, a little bit at the goop, kind of just in
Yeah.
general, observing the situation kind of from afar. But definitely
I
observing.
think while everyone is very sad about the flower, I'm gonna go up and talk to her to see if she has any goop insights.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely there's a little bit of the goop kind of like remaining. She definitely kind of does that thing where she just like sticks a finger into it and kind of like lifts a bit up on her finger, kind of is just like pulls out a small vial, puts it in, corks it, puts it in her pouch.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of turn and kind of sees you coming over and kind of give you a smile.
Any thoughts? She's kind of looking, she's covered in like ink and also goop, I think at this point. Because of the ink coming out of her mouth, and also the goop was beating the shit out of her and no one else. Thanks, guys. So she'll go up and she'll go, any particular thoughts on what this is? It's not poison, it's not disease, it's necrotic.
Specifically thoughts on this? She gestures to the still kind of burning away goop as the last bits of it are kind of like dissipating.
I'll take
or on that. Kind of gesturing over.
Do I get one or the other, or can I have both?
Well, I like you and you intrigue me, so ask away. And then I have questions for you.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, the goop.
Yes.
It seems to be... can we assume that the original Orion is dead?
I would assume so. These creatures, I observed them as you were engaged with them in combat, and at first I thought them perhaps doppelgangers, a very common recreation of oneself, but they operate slightly differently, and they aren't exactly, this, and she kind of produces the vial again, and there's just a little bit of
Right, I can't say I've seen this before.
No, this is a newer one for myself as well, so I am hoping to do some investigation and figure out what these creatures are. But
right, and then
not something I have
you had-
encountered before.
Oh, good. Well, that adds a lot of fun to this, I guess, if even you haven't seen it before.
Perhaps minor alteration to doppelganger, or perhaps something entirely different. They seem to be able to perfectly imitate this Orion fellow, rest his soul. But, yes, perhaps there is something else going on here. Something else. Very intriguing. As for the princess and this cursed dagger of sorts, seems when her lovely knight friend tried to remove it, it seemed to strengthen its effects. Well, luckily she's still with us.
Right, they're very good friends.
Yes. Just good friends, I'm sure.
So I've seen. I've never seen anything other. I haven't seen anything to the contrary.
Yes, history will call them best friends.
Yes, they're roommates even.
Bestest off.
You're not even in the scene. Fucking get out of here.
But you said it wasn't poison. You've done testing.
No, yes, no kind of poison, some kind of necrotic magic. Not something I've particularly seen before, which is odd.
A curse, perhaps, of some kind. Would certainly align with a dagger that can't be removed without causing more problems.
Yes, the question is then getting rid of it, I guess.
Yes. Well, do you have spells or capabilities that can confirm such a curse and its presence?
Wow,
Or would you
what a
require my
question.
assistance?
Yeah.
I will. let me look
I'm
through
just saying,
some. If I
telepathically.
were to hypothetically have a list of spells, perhaps, if I had to perhaps go through them very quickly, to
Would
double
love a legend
check.
lore will make do with an identify. Love a legend lore will make do with an identify.
Sure.
can-
Legend lore, go fuck yourself.
I can get identify after a long rest as well.
I
And
would
don't have
love a
sometimes,
long
like,
rest. I'm still at like 40 HP out of 100. I do not have identify or legend lore. So, yes, if you're offering your skills, I would be happy to watch and observe, perhaps.
Oh, of course, I would be more than willing to have an observer of such. But perhaps you have asked me a few questions. I would love to ask you a few.
All right, fire away.
Not about our current predicament, that is an entire thing entirely, but you, actually. Yes, quite intriguing during that battle. There was some exchanges of magic taking place. Bargains, perhaps. You are no warlock or such, at least not from what I have observed. What was that?
Not that I know either.
How long have you
I
been able to
have,
make these bargains?
Couple of years now. I have, some might say, a similar affliction to the princess, in that
Oh.
my magic is sometimes, well, it has a mind of its own every now and
see.
then.
Yes.
And and she kind of looks down at some of the ink stains on her. She goes, and it sometimes has a rather unpleasant effect.
I see.
But I have found another entity rather interested in helping me control it and
Oh, I see. Well,
giving me whatever else I require.
I see. Well, I hope that goes well. I was very intrigued. I have not seen such a exchange of magic before, a give and take, as it were. It'd be quite intriguing to see if you could find a way to negate the negative effects. That is something I might be able to help you with if you were interested.
Yes, it would be nice not to spit up ink every now and then. But, such is the price, and I've handled it pretty well up until now. But if you have ideas...
Oh, I have many. But perhaps a topic for another day.
Yes, we do have a curse to take care of right now.
Yes, of course. Well, as I said, if you require my assistance, I am more than willing to serve.
Please do. And she'll kind of lead her back over.
She'll kind of
Guys,
as you
this
kind
is
of
my mom.
gesture, she'll she'll kind of gently take your hand and kind of let you guide her over.
Guys, this is my mom. Happy Mother's Day.
It's bring him onto work day.
Yeah.
As that scene is kind of happening, as the two kind of approach, what are the rest of you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Sir Ulrich.
Mhm.
I think we ended last session sort of. He was already by the princess's side, and I wanted to have a
Yeah,
conversation.
the princess
but he wouldn't
is
step away,
Yeah.
so she's
sort of
right
like
here.
the Pieta pose on my lap while I'm holding
Yeah.
her.
So it's
Mhm.
Ulrich, me, I think, because
Yes.
I also had
Ulrich,
just had that
Taldra,
conversation.
Ilda.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, I need to ask her to do something for me,
Yes.
but then I'll be able to help her. Yeah.
Okay. We don't know. You said something about how Orion. Wait, no, that's not the accent that this character has. Last time you said something about how like Orion there was a force of 4, but I think that might have been some sort of misunderstanding. He was so entrenched. He was the princess's right-hand man. There's no way that we got all of them. I think Orion, all the copies of Orion counted as one, and then there were some other guys. We don't know who they are, and I don't know if there's any way for us to find out by just asking around or investigating here at the castle. And they might not be at the castle, all of them. Was there nobody else that you talked to that arose any suspicions whatsoever, or... Ulrich.
You're asking him this, and you see that his eyes are on the princess, and they're shifting between 1,000-yard stare and then hyper focus on the fallen flower petal. 1,000-yard stare, flower petal. He shakes his head, looks up at you. He doesn't even fully turn his neck. He's sports brain time. He's very much court vision. He will always have an eye on the princess.
Yeah.
He turns his head a little bit so that he can see you in his periphery. As far as I'm concerned, it could be anyone. As far as I'm concerned, I'm inclined to believe that nobody in this room right now is an immediate threat, because they would have struck by now if they were. People are sitting and people are watching, and that's good, and that's what they'll continue to do. And any assassin worth their salt will wait until a moment where we slip up, and we haven't done that yet.
Should we barricade the doors?
I'll look around. Then do a real quick scan of the room. Either we lock everybody in here with us, or we go to a separate space, smaller, that is more secure. Do we know what that space is?
Give
The
me a
princess's
second.
office?
Princess's office is here. It's so easily found.
Can I
Give me a
do...
second.
Yeah.
And I think, is Lord Vulcan still here?
Yes. He's like he's across the room. Yeah, he's kind of with the others, kind of just like milling around, kind of just watching from afar.
I'm gonna go up to him, very much beeline to in his direction. I need your help. The princess needs your help. We need shelter somewhere where nobody would think to find her. Can you help?
requiring my assistance, well, I would certainly be a problem to see the princess fall like this. If you need a sanctuary, one could be provided, but it is a long distance to travel back to my homeland. It would take at least a day.
Do you not have a tower, a smaller place to stay here that's safely guarded?
We were invited to remain within the castle walls until the summit was complete, but if you need protection, I am not just a leader, I am a warrior. I will provide it in all ways that I can.
Okay. I need it. I need your protection.
Then I shall provide it.
And I need you to keep an eye out because there are people who... It could be anybody. I don't think it's anybody in this room, but we can't know. And our knight, who was meant to be the princess's main, and he is, of course, protector. I don't know if he has quite a good idea of everybody in this room right now. I don't think he could see anybody from a mile away trying to reach out for a sword or anything of the sort. Please.
Compromised with the current situation. I see. I will keep an
I
eye.
won't tell him that. Okay, thanks. Whatever. And I turn back to Alaric. Apollo, you had your hand up?
Yes, you had your hand up, Apollo.
Yes, I am back in school. Hello, teacher.
Yes.
Bonjour. Hi. So I squired in this castle.
Yes.
Yes, she has her offices. Yes, she has like her private lodgings. Is there a spot that is private enough that we can secure it, but not obvious? Something like, you know how sometimes in like a lot of fantasy novels and stuff like that, people that grow up in the castles tend to be like, oh, this is like the secret spot. This is a secret spot for us. So like, is there any like high profile secret thing, like a secret, is there like a panic room that wouldn't be on any schematics, wouldn't be on anything?
You make me a history check. Let's see if you remember.
I keep asking for things that I simply... Oh no, I did do good history.
I did history good.
I did history good. 18.
18.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did history GCSE, so it's great.
Hell yeah. 18.
Okay,
Yeah. In terms of safe rooms, you know that below the castle there is it's known only to like the princess and like the closest members of the staff. So like Orion would have known about it as like head of security, and then maybe like one or two other people would have known about it. But there is like a safe room. There's a library with there's a bookcase with a false wall that leads down into a safe room below the castle.
Cool. I don't know. We left the past of Alaric and the princess very, but not very open. Is there any spot that would have been like their private spot?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. That's the
Just because the only reason that I'm thinking is we don't know how long
Yes.
the doppelgangers were
Uh-huh.
here as Orion, and
Mm,
I'm like, okay, places that are super secure. Orion would have had clearance for all of these.
yeah,
Fuck, I don't know if those
that's
are
the
compromised.
issue. Is that, like, you're like, there are safe rooms, there are safety protocols, but if these people have been impersonating Orion and potentially have his memories, those
Yeah.
are all compromised. And
Yeah.
with your 18, you kind of think it was like, where are places that I would know, that she would know, that no one else would know? And with your 18, you remember her favorite spot that she would take you sometimes when she just needed to like clear her head or just wanted just a nice view to look at. You know that there is a cherry blossom tree, not within the castle walls, but there is a hill. There's a hill in the kingdom nearby that gives a view where you can see most of the kingdom from there. It is maybe a couple miles from the castle itself, but it is a kind of secret spot that's, it's not like it's cut off from the public, but it is a very quiet spot. It is kind of, it's her favorite place, and it is not somewhere that Orion has ever been. It is her kind of place that she took you, that was like, this is my place that I go to when I need to not be a princess for a bit and just be myself and just have a place to sit and think.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna look to. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just give the party a like, come here look. The sort of trying to communicate non-verbally.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea, but I can't let it
Yeah.
leave
You can
our
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you all do approach, I'm just gonna say,
I'm still next to you.
"Oh, cool. Well, you're right there, Buki."
I have
Yeah.
my mom.
Hey.
Does Sinia come over?
Yeah, they're making their way over at this point.
Oh, cool.
Griselda
Okay.
is with her.
Okay. If Griselda's with her, I'll just respectfully just ask for like 1 second, please, ma'am.
Kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and looks at you, and you just go, "You want my help? Then you don't want my help? Make the man make a decision."
Just be a second. I'm sure he has
Of
some kind of friendship quandary.
Yes, I'm sure. Friendship quandary.
Oh,
She gives you a smirk.
This is a weird.
Would you still be friends with me if I was your worm?
I
This is
could
a
make
weird
you
time
one.
to like.
Would you still be friends with me if I was cursed by a dagger?
This is a weird time to confirm friendship. Oh, this is joke. I understand. Sorry.
We need to get out of the castle. We don't know how long Orion was compromised. There's a spot on the hill. There was an abandoned. There's a small abandoned chapel that was overgrown by moss and ivy. It sits at the top of a small hill that overlooks the grounds, and it overlooks part of the city. It's not on any books. It's not on any records. We need to get to a place where we can feel secure, and counterintuitively, getting to a place that is semi-open is the most secure spot because it'll be the least compromised position. Do any of us have abilities for long-range teleportation?
I don't know, but I don't think Apollo is, or excuse me, I don't think Orion is. I think Orion's dead. I was scrying on him and saw him fall to a drow man.
Okay.
Well, that
Did
makes
this,
sense. That's what attacked us.
okay. I'm not good with arcane all that well. Scrying is real time. It's not something that happened in the past. Okay.
I also would like to once again say that if we are going to do this, Thariel should come with us, as she has offered help to heal the princess.
Celestial,
Right.
not bad. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Before we do go, if I would like us to figure out what the heck we're dealing with, so if my
Yes, that would
my
be ideal.
friend here could take a look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I am going to, of course, to myself. If not that I mistrust anyone.
But
I would never mistrust anyone.
But
Sure.
If this
Sure.
examination does seem like it's hurting the princess and she isn't stopping, I am of course preparing an action to slap whatever hand or
Yeah.
whatever away.
yeah, absolutely. You can
to beat the shit out of it. Yeah.
100% ready and willing, just in case. But I will let this happen. I'm not gonna stop it from happening. But if the
Right.
princess starts being
Sure.
like, "Oh, ow," I'll be like, "Hey, put that back."
You're lucky I'm out of spell slots, bitch. Yeah.
I respect the hustle. Yeah, and I'm still holding on to the princess, but like hello.
Let the hag in. Open up to the hag.
yeah, Griselda kind of steps forward and kind of gestures to the princess. It's like, my lady, this I'm going to cast a simple identify spell so I can figure out what's happening here. Is that all right? She kind of just like nods. It's like, yes, please do whatever you need to do. It's like, all right. And she reaches up and she will spend a minute to ritual cast identify. She produces from her pocket this pearl that's like cracked and kind of gnarled, but seems to still work as a as the component needed to cast identify. It is a very long minute for all of you.
For sure.
As this kind of slowly this spell is cast, kind of like muttering under her breath. You're kind of like green magic. Kind of washing over the dagger and over her hand and everything like that. And as the minute finishes, the kind of magic fades, and she goes, whoever did this was smart. Well, can confirm this dagger is cursed. Removing it would certainly kill her. It was designed, quite an interesting design actually. It is designed to drain her life force and send it elsewhere. It is a conduit of sorts.
Where?
Well,
Where?
perhaps to its origin, which I'm assuming, if it comes from cultists of a certain Spider Queen, probably directly to her. If she could acquire such power from a fey like this, well, that certainly would not be good. However...
Is it
Yes?
Is it possible for me to see if I can remember anything about a weapon like this?
Yeah, make me a history check.
Oh
You
boy.
made it.
Oh boy. I made it. It's me. I was secretly sent to kill the princess. Ha ha ha. Ha. I just didn't
Ilda's
know
like,
it.
uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Ah! Hold
Guys,
on,
this
hold
wasn't me.
on.
I didn't do this. Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, I swear.
15?
15. With 15, you're not too sure. You are aware of the cultists of Lolth having cursed daggers like this that can like with different curses, not life training though. This is new. This isn't something you've seen before. Kind
Okay.
of
I have a
draining magical
question.
energy and such. Yes, Ilda.
Did I ever make a dagger like this?
Ooh.
Looking at its design and such like that, you haven't created anything that can drain life force like this, no. So
Okay,
this is
that's
definitely not
something.
one of your designs.
That's nice at least.
However, there is another layer to this. It's not just the one curse. There is a secondary one hidden underneath. Simply, a curse like this can be removed. However, a secondary curse has been put in place to prevent such measures. If the curse is attempted to be removed, the secondary curse will simply end her life here and now. It is not something that we
So
can...
they got two-factor authentication?
Quite, yes.
Second curse has hit the princess.
No!
Can't hack into this Discord account. They got that
Um,
Steam kind of protection.
Yes, there is a secondary curse in place to prevent the first one from being removed without any negative connotations. To truly remove both of these curses at the same time, well, typically, you would have to end the source that created it. Which, if we are correct in assuming, comes from the top. Which kind of gives you a second to let that sink in.
Taldra's gonna glance over to Zariel.
Mm-hmm. She's
See
watching from a distance. Waiting.
Okay. They're, what about the celestial interference without having to do that?
Celestial interference? What are you proposing?
She's gonna turn back over to Zariel and kind of make like a come get over here gesture.
Zariel kind of cocks her head and kind of raises an eyebrow, kind of looking, still waiting. You made
Okay.
her promise.
I can't give you answers until something else happens first, apparently.
Right. And what's
You know,
that something?
Warlock. So a very long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean like maybe a year or so, I asked the princess for a favor that technically constitutes as a pact. And the other person who I have a pact with is not happy about said pact. So I need the princess to break our agreement before Zariel is willing to step in.
The princess kind of just like kind of takes like a not quite a gasp, but just like a kind of sharp inhale as she tries to kind of sit up a little bit to see you better. She's like, Taldra, are you sure? When you asked me for this help, you were distraught. Are you sure this is what you want? There are other ways. You don't have to do that to yourself.
What I want in this moment is irrelevant. It is no time for me to be selfish. But if you can't, considering your condition, we will find another way.
No, I can. Just so long as you're sure you're willing to deal with the consequences.
There are consequences for me in both decisions here, but it might be best that we do it once we have moved to the new location.
Right. Yes, Alaric.
I don't think. Hi, this is Apollo speaking.
Yeah.
Alaric would never.
Hi, Apollo.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi, guys. I'm so happy to be here. Alaric would simply never propose this. This is an insight into my mind, because it was like, well, because when you said, oh, if the first if the first curse is lifted, the second one will immediately kill her. My my wizard brain mind went, okay, so we just have to make the second curse think she's already dead. That's fine. That's easy. I was
I
like,
mean,
grab the lady from her frosthold, bring me, because her hand registered not as fully undead, but something in the middle. If we could do that to the princess, then remove the curse.
isn't there a spell that we could cast on the princess? I don't remember the name of it.
Fucking,
Where
something, some Nistles and
Hey guys,
magic
I'm a
aura.
circle of the grave
Or-
cleric.
Yeah.
I have turn undead.
Or we let her die and I cast Revivify after I take a long rest.
So,
We have a
but is
diamond?
it-
Okay. So what I will tell you, and this is kind of
Are we
information
gonna fuck
that
your plans?
this is something that if
Let her-
you were to
her
propose
go.
such a thing, Griselda would tell you. Based on the nature of this curse, it is draining her life force. It is not about her being like dead or not. It is just like it is draining away her life force. If she quote unquote dies, it would just take everything. There would be nothing left to revivify.
love.
Effectively,
Cool.
What
Okay.
about turn
It wouldn't
undead?
be. We wouldn't
she
be able
would
to
be
like
dead.
trick. Cool.
Yeah, that doesn't
Cool,
seem to
cool.
be a
All
good
right.
way to trick around this. It seems.
All right, Pookie. Thank you. Love you.
He's
And this is why I don't
It's a good
play
idea,
wizards,
though.
because I just be thinking.
It's a good idea though.
There'd just be thoughts.
I just be thinking. All right, let's get her out of here.
So
Hmm.
I guess we have to go to the labyrinth.
You guys have fun with that.
What do you mean, you
What?
guys? You're coming with us. We need someone who'll know their way around. We need a native. Because we're not going to be spending any amount of prolonged time there. Especially if the princess isn't coming with us. And she's not coming with us in her state.
I mean that's fair, and she shouldn't. But somebody should stay behind to be with the princess.
Griselda
I
dear,
know
could you
someone who could.
possibly watch
Fuck
her?
Griselda.
No.
I know someone.
That's my
who could
mom.
protect her.
Is it Corgi?
No, it's
Lord Vulcan?
Lord Vulcan.
What's
That's
his
his
name?
name.
Freaking guilt tripping. her
Lord
into doing this.
Lord. You know.
I mean,
Mr. Ponda.
Now that sounds like we're just
yeah. We're just making up people at this point.
a hot bear man.
I
Hot bear man.
suppose that once she drops our pact, I don't entirely know how much I'll be able to remember, because there's a lot of memories that I'm sure are repressed because of what the princess did. So a lot of it might be corrupted. So I can't promise that it will be as accurate as a map or anything. So you are taking still a risk bringing me. Not to mention, I have not been back there since I left the cult, and I don't know what will happen if I am back there.
We can disguise you somehow, but we need everybody there. We need the people that she trusted there.
I don't mean in regards to you don't know a lot about Lilith, do you?
No.
Okay.
That's
well-
kind of the point.
Well, we don't have time to discuss this. We'll discuss it once we know the princess is fine.
We will do everything we can to keep you safe.
Okay. Can you promise that you will do everything in your power to keep yourselves safe?
Sure. She says, covered in goop and blood and also ink.
Only 40 hit points left.
Yeah, only 40 hit points left.
We love a motherfucker with 40 hit points.
Yeah.
She has 100. She just took all the damage.
Griselda will kind of look to the group of you and go, well, if you're planning on making a trip to the labyrinth, that seems like an interesting option, but yes, if this curse truly does come from her herself, well, how do I put this lightly?
Wait, lol.
There isn't really a way to put it lightly. You're looking at killing a god. So,
No,
Which is-
we don't need to kill a god. We need to stop the god from holding concentration on whatever's killing the princess. We need to find the beacon, break the beacon, get the fuck out of there.
Get the phylactery and fucking.
I'm assuming you're not saying that in character.
No.
Running a full Benny Hill operation.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like-
under-
and, well, I don't know how much experience the group of you have with killing gods, but they're not exactly easy to kill. A god's body can be destroyed, but they simply reform at a later date. But
Well,
there might be ways
This
that
group-
we can prevent that.
I'm listening. I don't know about the rest of them.
I'm listening.
She reaches down to her pouch and kind of opens it up and produces she opens the pouch, and anyone kind of like looking, it looks almost like a dark space, and she kind of reaches her hand in and produces what looks like almost like a lantern that looks like it couldn't fit in that bag.
Love a bag
Uh,
to hold
Dead
him.
bodies in there. She's got dead bodies.
But
in there.
she produces
She feeds him to the bag man.
Yeah, 100%.
She's dating the bagman.
The bagman fears her, truly.
It should.
That's the bagman's mom.
Could you imagine?
Mommy,
but
I
she
ate 3 people
produces-
today.
Okay. She opens the bag and she produces what looks almost like this lantern, with but there is no candle inside it. It's almost just this like empty glass casing with this very intricate design with kind of runes embound into the side of this. This was a little project I was working on, and well, what better time to give it a test run on than on a powerful entity like a god? This is what I have dubbed a soul cage.
You want us
Chains
to
of
basically
Asmodeus flashbacks.
and a rock and a rock and a rock. I'm sorry. You basically want us to put Dolph in there like a
Yes.
spider under a glass.
Fascinating.
That is quite comical when you phrase it that way, but well, if that is how you'd like to think about it, then yes. If we can destroy the body that she has now and prevent her from finding or creating a new one, trapping her in here, well, any magical power that she holds would not be destroyed, but would certainly be dissipated for a while and could be dealt with, shall we say.
May I?
Please. And she kind of hands it to you. She's like, do be delicate with it,
Give me that, give me
darling. It took a long time to create.
This is fascinating.
Mm.
My goodness. Everyone say thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Mhm.
So sincere. Thank you.
What do you, this is a bad day.
This is a great day. Look at this.
I'm
I
so
feel like
glad
this
that
could-
you're having a good time. It makes me so happy to know you're having a good time.
Well,
It's
not a
bad
good
that
time. I am covered in
Sinia's
goop
having
and
a-
blood and ink.
Whenever someone's having a great time, I get so upset.
We should probably move to the other location now and actually get started
A
on this.
secondary location? Nice try.
Secondary
Where
location.
get you?
Sister. You ain't getting me to no secondary location.
Secondary location.
Beach bar. Anyway, yeah, we should go.
Let's go.
We quoted John Mulaney. It's time to go.
I got it.
I take soul.
Um,
Should I put the soul cage in my inventory?
on our way to the secondary location,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pop by my home. We don't have
Okay.
to go
So
into it,
before
but I
you
want
leave,
to
then.
get some stuff from
Okay.
my home.
Yeah, you can do that. But before you leave, just to confirm, who are you taking with you to said secondary location?
Sexy bear man.
Okay, Lord Vulcan.
Yeah.
Lord Vulcan.
Give him his title. I mean, Griselda.
Mm-hmm.
Are we chilling? Okay.
Oh, if
Alright,
you're gonna
we're
leave
gonna
without
go
her,
down
she's
the
like,
list.
well, I'll have my lantern back then, please. It's a package deal.
Right. Okay.
So you
Let's
get
go
to
down
have
the
it all
list.
the
And let's go down the list and let's get a vibe check for them.
Uh-huh.
Rem Bramblewood.
A regular guy. He was chill.
He's just a guy.
That's some guy.
Yeah.
He punches
Griselda
hard.
Pookie. Vulcan. Yes, sir. Lady Marin.
Dead.
A little.
Only a little bit.
Just a tiny little. Wait, I'm sorry, Lisa, but these
Azur and Opal. No, they're narcs.
Actually, can
They're
I
fucking
have like
snitches.
5 minutes to talk to them with somebody who's good at like intimidation, persuasion, maybe detect thoughts? If anybody is that person here. in
Well,
this
I'm
group.
not good at it. Well, no, I am good at intimidation.
I'm good at the persuasion part. I'm not good at. I can't tell people.
Terrible at persuasion. Good at
Great
intimidation.
at persuasion.
Do I have detect thoughts? What a question. Hard no.
So basically, it's the group of you, the princess, Griselda, Lord Vulcan, Zariel.
Yeah.
I guess.
So
It's pre-bald and evil.
so with that then again,
Okay.
kind of in the kind of like when you're getting everyone together, kind of doing whatever you need to do. Zariel seems adamant on staying right where she is. She is not offering help until conditions are met.
Okay, just pre-bald.
She's being
still evil.
pretty adamant about it.
Pre-bald's a little bit too lawful.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Opal and Azur just on my own.
Stop putting me in the.
You can't be
I like
every
the-
NPC, Apollo. It's
I
not
like to
fair.
imagine that every time you guys say Apollo, actual me shows up in the scene and just goes, huh? And then
What?
You just get isekai'd every time.
I just have my public kick.
Opal! Opal! I'm gonna go up to Opal and Azur.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to talk to these bitches.
Okay. Just you or someone coming with you?
No. On my own.
Okay.
But Corgi is... Does Corgi have any... And I know I'm the person who would say if yes or not, but I'm sort of asking you, the god.
Okay.
Does Corgi have some sort of walkie-talkie mechanics features? Does it have... It has really good perception, but can it reproduce anything it hears?
I think that would be a history check for them at the time that they were wanting to reproduce it. I think.
Okay, whatever. So I'm just gonna go up to Opal and Azur with Corgi by my side. Do they say anything initially as I walk up to them?
They kind of watch kind of as you do, and they'll kind of like gingerly kind of like ask, just like, is the princess alright? Is she okay? A terrible thing that happened. I don't know.
My god, spare it.
Well, is she?
Sure.
That is a relief.
Dear god. Are you, how's it going back at home after I left? Why am this isn't my accent.
kind of like looks shyly over to Opal, who will kind of just kind of sigh and speaks up. Things have been going quite well.
Oh yeah?
Yes. Business has
Financially
been
well?
thriving. I would say so,
Oh!
yes.
That's really good. That's such good news to hear. Has there been any sort of pivoting, rebranding going on, or is it mostly the same sort of thing but more and better?
It has remained mostly the same since you left, which was regrettable, of course, but was not something that we could overlook.
Did you find somebody else to take the blame for when the news comes out a second time?
There is no blame to be given to anyone, because no crimes are being committed. Not anymore.
Interesting. Not anymore. Look me in the eyes and tell me that again.
Ooh, make me an intimidation check.
I shit y'all not. While my wisdom is 0, charisma is 0, just my intimidation is a +4.
Oh. Love it.
And fuck y'all, I'm using my inspiration. Well, no, I'm gonna
Hell
roll
yeah.
once and then see, and then.
Go for it.
Okay, that's a 10 for. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Inspiration? Alright.
Yeah, no, never mind. That's a 14 on as the final.
14.
result.
She kind of inhales a bit and kind of like lifts her chin almost like proudly. She's like, no crimes have been committed since you left. It has been very hard to find a replacement for your work. Someone who is not doing background work, shall we say. You are sorely missed as an
So-
inventor.
So Glinda didn't really pan out, and I'm gonna make up a person NPC. Glinda being like somebody who was like my understudy, who I didn't really like a lot, but like they were kind of a bitch, but they were constantly trying to undermine me and like get the job instead. But
Yeah.
they weren't.
Yeah.
as good.
Yeah.
There you go.
They could never live up to your talents, of course. As I said, it was quite regrettable to let you go.
But she got the job, I'm assuming. I mean, her efforts did. They were great and impressive.
What are you getting at, Ilda? What is the point of this? In this moment here, you make your way over to us, and suddenly this is a point of contention. What does it matter now? The past is the past. We move on. Or perhaps you don't. Perhaps you're still stuck in it.
Can't a girl be a little homesick?
Suppose that's true. But you were banished for a reason. And you know that
What
reason
was
all too
that
well.
reason?
For working with the enemy. You know that.
Do you?
Are you, like, actively raising your voice?
Yeah.
Few people start kind of, like, looking in your direction, like, what's going on over here? It's like, you are drawing unwanted attention to yourself. And I don't
If
think
you don't want the
you're
attention,
ready.
then leave!
We will do so soon as we are allowed to.
I can't wait. I'm gonna turn around and walk back to my group.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, the rage bait on these two!
Listen, they know. They know what they did.
You fucking...
Are we ready to go?
Let's go.
I'm guessing Zariel will meet us there after the thing is done.
Oh, all right. She's being complicated.
Aren't most patrons?
I wouldn't know.
That's fair. Most
suspicious
this
lack of
is-
a warlock.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. How are we getting there?
When I'm on the road.
A road.
I
I'm
think I'm
on
going
my
by.
I mean, if we can...
The castle does have a teleportation
Hey.
circle, I will say that you could
Oh,
use.
there's
Sick.
cool.
Beautiful.
I'll give the coordinates.
Yes. It is, yeah.
62, Y 13.
There are, so,
at -4.
there are people that can operate the circle for you, so there are people that can like cast the teleportation spell for the group of you at the circle. It is a location that you know well. So it would be like, I forget how the thing works with teleportation in terms of accuracy, but I believe you know the location very, very well, so you should be fine, right? I believe.
Yeah.
I know there's like a percentage.
I would love to roll some sort of intimidation check on whoever operated the teleportation circle, if it wasn't us directly, just to make sure that they won't tell anybody where we went.
I mean, I'll say this: you can intimidate if you want, but like, given the scenario, you could just say to whoever it is, "Do not follow us. Do not allow anyone to follow us," and they will listen to you because it will be backed up by the princess.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Then I'll do that. So
100%, because the orders basically come from her. Like you are like you have her literally in your arms, and it's like, and like anything you say, she will like nod and be like, do what he says.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if that's all the authority that we need to exert, then we can let that stand.
Yeah, absolutely. The spell is weaved. The magic kind of comes into place, comes into being, and you are all teleported. And now you find yourselves in the open air, kind of rush of fresh air into your lungs as you arrive, standing on a hillside, lush green grass down leading into the valley. You see the kingdom in the distance. You see the castle itself on the hill, maybe a couple miles away. But yeah, suddenly the air is still and quiet as you stand kind of in the shadow of a cherry blossom tree over a small chapel. Kind of like it's a little run down. Kind of there's part of the roof is missing, stuff like that. But but yeah,
That good shit.
All right, Your Highness. Are you ready to give this a shot?
yes. If this is truly what you want.
I want to make sure that you're going to be okay, whatever happens.
She kind of sits up, probably with Alaric's help, will kind of sit up and will kind of take your hands and kind of like looks into your eyes as you kind of look into hers. You kind of like lock vision. And she says, I, Aerie Wynris, Princess of the Kingdom of Highguard, release you from your deal. You feel, all of you feel this kind of flush of fey magic around you as a few of the kind of cherry blossoms kind of seem to fall and kind of start to swirl in a kind of mini tornado around the two of them as this magic kind of takes place. And this energy, you feel almost, Taldra, this kind of, in your chest, almost like there was a weight on it, kind of just like lifts as you breathe in, and memories come flooding back to you. You remember sitting on a wall underground, the sky above stone, but almost like a sky of stars as it's illuminated by hundreds and thousands of glowing plants. You know this place to be let me find it. Sorry, I put a name in my notes. So I'll find it.
You're good.
Everybody do a little dance.
No,
Hope
no,
he
I
finds
got it.
Okay, stop the dance.
Yeah. You remember this place to be the city of Lumina.
Mhm.
Your home. And you look all around, seeing these beautiful fields just lighting up this otherwise dark cavern. Sitting on this wall, hand in hand with another. Another drow man, hair tied back in a kind of long ponytail. Beautiful grey eyes, a kind smile. You know this person very well. A name that's been on the tip of your tongue this whole time, but you've just never been able to remember. This is Aster. The most special person in your life. The memories you've shared, the life you've led you to this moment of deciding to run away together. You know that the cult of Lolth was closing in on Lumina, and there wasn't much the people could do. Fighters had been sent out, but they'd either come back as Lolth loyalists or their undead servants, or worse. You know that this is your last chance to leave. Aster was hesitant to leave with you because you both know what happens to deserters. No matter where you go, you come back here one way or another, dead or alive. Or again, worse. But after talking it over, arguing, pleading, both of you crying, a decision was finally made. The two of you packed your things and left. You made your way through the labyrinth, finding a way out. And when you arrived at this entrance, you were met by an ambush. You remember seeing the light blinding you through this tunnel, and then a shadow filling the space. What at first you thought was a giant spider. And then in the shadows it looked like this spider had a rider. But stepping closer you realized they were one and the same. A drow cursed with Lolth's power, a Drider. But there wasn't just one. There were many. Somehow, they knew you were going to be here. Several kind of foot soldiers surrounded the group of you. And from next to you, you feel your hand squeeze. I'm sorry. But they would have found us anyway.
I think in this memory, to her getting this back, it's almost an out-of-body experience because it's not that she's reliving it, it's like it's being replayed for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think watching this she actually hears what she says.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she remembers just like giving like the softest little choking sound and just saying the words, "But I loved you."
You say that. He looks down, unable to meet your gaze. And then there is another blinding light as a memory you do remember collides with this lost memory as you're surrounded with no way out, unsure what your fate would be, but knowing that it wouldn't be good. Feel yourself kind of reaching out for help from anyone, anything that is listening. And that's when night becomes day as this angel appears, flowing, kind of blue hair, blade in hand, the being you know to be Zariel, or at least you know now. You still kind of getting these memories back. It still sort of flashes, but you remember pulling away from Aster, kind of breaking through a line of these Driders as they were cut down, kind of making a desperate dash. But you did look back once. And when you did, you saw Aster looking at you, almost ashamed, tears in his eyes. But the hand, the fingers of another kind of wrapped around the back of his neck, kind of holding it. And you see standing next to him a beautiful woman, the most beautiful drow you have ever seen. Just objectively gorgeous. Long, flowing, silver white hair, beautiful, kind of dark, piercing eyes. But the smile is cruel as you know that this is at least one form of Lolth. And that's where the memory kind of cuts off as you turn and you run into the light. And that's where the memory ends. All those memories and those feelings coming rushing back to you all at once. But one last thing I will add. That was a face that you remember. because it's the same face, the face of Aster. That is the face of the drow you saw in your scrying vision, and the same one that lay dead in the throne room. You realize now why you were able to imitate his voice so well, because it was one you knew instinctively.
As this realization crashes into her, I think the others can see that there are tears streaming down her face. I don't think she's looking particularly at anybody. I think her hands are like gripping grass, and I think at a certain point she fell to her knees, so her hands are just like gripping the grass. And she's looking down at the ground. And just very quietly, once again, she says, "But I loved him." And I don't think she moves at all from that position. Not willingly, at least. I think her muscles have just tensed to the point where they're all locked. And I think as she says that, she lets it sit out in the air for a moment before finally, it's like the longest tense pause ever, before she says out loud, not to anybody here, but obviously to somebody, "I have nothing now, and I am willing to give you all the love that I have."
You feel...
I think Alaric's just looking at you very curiously, but is just gonna let you work through this. But if you looked at Alaric, you would see again, he's a lot of nonverbal communication with this man, but it's a lot. But he gives you the look of, if you need to, he gives you the nod of, if you need a space to talk about it, I will give you that.
She doesn't give any indication one way or another after saying the second thing she said. But yeah, she just out loud goes, "I'm willing to give the love I have left to you."
Yeah. I think it's strange for you, Alaric, as you're looking at Taldra, but you kind of blink and it happens. But for you, Taldra, when you say that, you feel two gauntleted hands on your shoulders, as you instinctively know that she's there. I am sorry for your loss, but now you have a job to do. How can I assist? As Alaric, you blink, and suddenly there is a glowing angel standing over her shoulders, as you would all see the form of Zariel.
Yeah, what are we asking the angel lady for, guys?
Taldra will slowly look up. So in her kneeled position, she's looking up like this at Zariel.
Yeah.
They put 2 curses on her. Her life force is going to Loth. If we remove one curse, the other will take it entirely. If it is possible for you to remove both, we would be greatly appreciative.
I don't know if I can remove them, at least not fully, but I can certainly suppress
Could you
them
give us time?
greatly. I can give you time, yes.
There's going to be a moment once we are actually there when it's going to be, I don't know whether it's when we put Lolth in the little pebble or whatever it was, or we kill her, or we find the source of the
Pebble,
magic,
it's
or
a
whatever.
soul cage. How dare you?
Pebble
The soul
and a marble,
cage.
and we can play marbles with it.
Look
And
at
then
it.
put it
It's a
spelt.
beautiful
And then we can hear
construction.
Lolth's tiny screams from inside the marble.
It's
Like the
a
Men in Black.
cage.
Anyway, once we do one of those things, whatever is going to stop the magic, I don't know for sure if we'll know exactly what we're supposed to do in that exact moment. There is a possibility where there is a situation where we have to, the equivalent of like taking a rock off of a pressure plate and having to put another one on. Just something where there's going to be a moment where she might die. Could you hold it off?
I will do everything in my power to keep the princess alive, if that is what you request.
I might know someone who can help with that.
Griselda kind of looks around, just like...
What does it sound like? The way you said it, that sounded like the intro line to like a makeover montage.
I know someone who
God.
could fix you up. Our new friend
Tell me,
here.
Zariel, are you attached to that hand, or could we do without it? I have some idea.
I'm giving you 500 gold pieces to get the wardrobe you've always wanted.
We're giving Zariel 500 gold pieces to go bald.
to test her on shopping herself.
Wow.
No. She looks over Griselda, but she also is kind of playing with her holy symbol. Under her. Yeah, my balls.
Girl! She's playing with her hole.
No, it's just because I'm just playing with my... And you just extended the word holy a little bit too long.
My
Playing with
holy
my
symbol.
holy symbol. It's
Remember,
like,
because I'm not a warlock this time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you,
so I
bestie.
have a holy symbol. Thank you. Yeah, so she's holding that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. She's looking at Griselda. She's hoping either like some kind, like the princess is right now somewhere between life and death,
Yes.
and that's kind of her specialty. That's where she likes to operate. That's where Griselda likes to operate. So she's looking for either like help from. Well, Griselda gave her the soul cage, but like maybe doing a little bit of some praying to a certain someone to see if we can get some kind of confirmation on like, is this gonna go terribly wrong? Do we have a pressure plate situation? Can we keep her like this? Or like, God on God violence?
When
Would
you
that
say
be
a certain
helpful?
someone, who are we talking about? A certain
I mean,
someone?
hey, if you wanna
Wouldn't you
make
like-
a prayer, you certainly
Wouldn't you
can.
like to know? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Yeah, I'd like to make a prayer to my boy.
Okay.
Who is named?
It's Kellenvor.
Cool. R.I.P. Coda.
Yeah, I think, with that then, I think as you kind of like settle in to make that prayer, I think that's where we will go to our break, as we are having some tech issues right now. But we will sort those out during the break. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to go grab a drink, grab a snack, get ready for part 2 as some prayers are going to be made. We shall see you in a few. And we're back, everybody.
Hello.
We're back. We
Hi,
had
guys.
some technical issues because Discord's having a moment right now. All around, apparently. But hey, we figured it out. Things might be a little janky. If the sound sounds a little weird or we look a little weird, hey, I'm sensitive about the way I look. Shut up. Anyway, sorry, what were we doing? We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we're doing. Heyo.
We are?
I have a question.
Yes.
Can y'all hear? I'm sorry, I should have done this before during the break, but can y'all hear my keyboard and mouse?
A little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
just
right.
that when I wasn't
Unanimous
talking?
yes.
What about
Yeah, when you're
Hello.
not talking, we can still hear it.
Yeah. Sound
Got it.
sensitivity. Yeah.
Good to know.
VOD Ninja sound sensitivity might be a little off. Again, so if the sound sounds a little weird, chat, we apologize. We are working with 10 minutes worth of tech issues that we're like, fuck it, we're doing it live. So
We love you,
God,
chat.
nobody
we love you,
reacted
chat.
to
We
that.
appreciate you greatly.
No one reacted to that. I spilled half a fucking Coke on myself, and we're good to go.
What kind of Coke?
And now that
Anyway.
Apollo stamp.
That's totally the kind I thought you meant.
B, that's going to be an incredible clip for you to find of me just putting like the top half of this can all in my mouth and then just tilting my head back and then noping out. So
It's gonna
quickly.
make a great GIF, actually.
No.
No.
You're just going,
No.
Why are you deep throating a Coke can?
I wanted
Nope,
to see if I
can't approve.
could, and I can.
A Cocoa can?
I still need to go back and make a GIF
Anyway.
of you going, because it's so good.
I'm a very gifable person.
True,
I'm a
which is
very-
great.
I'm a very-
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
I have so many gifts of my friends. It's great. Anyway, Dungeons
love
and Dragons. That's a thing that we do.
Right.
So we are diving back in as Sinia, you were kind of kneeling down, ready to make a prayer to your god.
Should I do a religion check? I don't think I've ever done one of those in my life.
Yeah, make me a religion check to kind of because it's definitely because it's been a while, I think, since you've like directly
Sure.
reached out.
Oh.
I've been busy. Isn't that a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I only have a +6 to religion. What am I doing? Nat 20.
Natural 20. Okay, yeah,
Nuh-uh.
you kind of lay yourself down, kind of take a moment. You have like a few trinkets that like you don't make like a summoning circle per se, but like you've got
Sure.
incense
Yeah.
and like things that you use to kind of like help with your kind of ceremonies and such in this way. It's been a while, but you do still carry those resources with you, so you kind of lay them out and you take this time to kind of set this up, and then you reach out to your god. What do you say?
Hey, it's been a while. Well, I find myself in a little bit of a pickle, one might say. But it seems to be right in your area of expertise, and also some form of god-on-god violence might be around the corner. And the prospect of going up against a god in an area I don't understand to help someone that I do care for quite a bit is quite a bit daunting in this moment. Any guidance, comments, complaints? Anything, really, would rather be helpful.
Hey, we're taking requests.
Okay.
Any quips or
so-
Any
cynical
qualms?
comments?
You put that prayer out into the universe. Roll me a D100.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Every day I have to find a D10.
Let's see if he's
You're gonna have
listening and in
100
what capacity.
That's a 31.
31. You reach out and you feel a kind of cold connection you haven't felt in a while. You kind of feel almost that like the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up as you feel that connection, as he does seem to be listening, at least in some capacity. So you kind of make that connection and you ask that question, and you kind of ask for comments, concerns, that sort of thing. You kind of in your mind see almost flashes of celestials and such kind of locked in combat, and then you see many kind of flashing images of this happening over and over and over again, in many different places and many different times, some of which almost look like alien, almost like technologically advanced, like it might not be from this time as well. And the kind of, you don't get words, but the kind of messaging you get through these flashes is fights between gods have happened before, and they'll happen again. This is nothing new. Yeah. Do you say anything else? As you kind of this connection is kind of established now, and you feel like this is what you're getting in terms of a response. Is you're getting not words, not a direct. With your 31, it's kind of like it's not quite a hi, hello, I'm here to have a full conversation.
Right?
But it's, you're getting
we're
vibes.
getting snap. We're doing
yeah,
snap.
You're getting you're getting snap streaks. Yeah. You get a picture in your mind of just like a half face up looking down.
Yeah.
Just a streak at the top.
Why are you ignoring me? Yeah.
God.
Am I activating some trauma for you, Apollo?
Why did you have to? Why?
You just get a flash in your mind of your god's face, but there's a dog filter on it with a little. that's a throwback.
Kurt.
Anyway.
Oh my god, I love 2016.
Anything. I can't help the gnawing feeling that we're missing something. That this is about to come crashing down around us in some way we aren't expecting. Is there some other force working against us here?
Okay. There's kind of a moment where it kind of like lingers on that question. And you see, you see yourself and your friends kind of descending into the labyrinth. You see, kind of visions of a city with kind of glowing, like mushrooms and other like glowing like plants, almost like giving off this like night sky. It's very well lit down here despite the darkness. You see yourself kind of fighting through the city, kind of just blood in the streets, people running all around. But then you see almost an alternate version of that. You see yourself quietly sneaking through, kind of not drawing the attention of these guards. You see another future almost in kind of like spliced through of you and several other drow in this kind of city, kind of rising up, almost like an uprising against these forces and fighting back. You see yourselves in you see like this citadel almost in the distance, kind of broken windows and such. You see yourself kind of stepping inside. You see this kind of very beautiful, like objectively beautiful drow woman who kind of turns to face you, but her face, whilst beautiful, is twisted with several sets of eyes, which kind of makes it kind of horrible to look at. But you again see yourself kind of engaged in this fight, several different futures where you see several of your friends falling. You see a vision of a blade slicing through Ilda, cutting them in half, just blood spilling everywhere. You see a future of Alaric locking blades with this individual, but a secondary blade comes and kind of skewers him through, lifting him into the air. You see yourself kind of like casting your magic, but she brings up these blades and just like cuts your hands off as you're casting this magic, kind of falling to the ground, and then you just like the last thing you see is a blade kind of coming down at you. But then you also see a future of her being defeated, kind of falling to the ground, not quite dead, but kind of this form kind of breaking away. You see this lantern being kind of raised as this like this soul essence seems to be extracted. You see many different futures, but the one thing that seems to align them all is something that you and your god are quite familiar with, which is death. Every path leads to death in some way. Not just for you, but potentially to your allies, potentially to others within this city, enemies or innocent alike. The only future you don't see is where there is no death.
Okay. She thanks him. Kind of feels to make sure the soul cage is somewhere like on her hip, somewhere like that. Keeps a hand on that. And slowly gets up. Kind of whispers to no one. What else is there? What else is there to expect? And turns to everybody and goes, I think we need to start a coup.
Like here?
No. Not, Princess, you're fine. I'm not trying to overthrow you. I mean in the labyrinth.
Okay.
Do you
Are
understand?
we
That
changing
is-
the goal, or are we using that as a distraction?
That
Yes.
is going to be really hard to do.
Well, yes, all of this is going to be very hard. We're fighting a god.
No, I
yes.
said
Why? Why are you saying that? What did you see?
I'm saying it because I saw it happening. And, well, let's just say there's a lot of death in our future, and I'm trying to find one that is the least deadly for us. And that involves having some allies.
Okay. I can. Maybe there are people that I might know. The only person I knew is now laying dead in the ballroom.
Sure.
But it's going to be very difficult. I mean, the cult does not like people who oppose them. You either are manipulated to become one of them, or you are killed and then manipulated to become one of them.
Right. Putting Lolth in a soul cage, I do believe is already going against them. So I think they're going to be pissed at us automatically.
What
But-
is the
You agree there's dissent within the labyrinth to be exploited, perhaps?
I haven't been there in a while, but there might be.
Right. Well, you're going to help us with that?
Yes.
what is the
Excellent.
sort of motto or whatever that every cult has, even a bullshit reason, but some sort of reason for why they believe the person they're following must be followed, whether they were sent from God or they're especially smart and that we believe so. What is that for Lolth?
Well,
Do we know?
She is a god.
She is the
Like
spider
she,
queen.
it's not like she believes herself to be a god. She herself is a god. She is the queen of spiders. She is an all-powerful immortal being, which is why we can't just kill her.
No, I understand that, but why do the people? There's plenty of gods. What is it
what's
about
the
her?
ideological reason?
would I know that? Even though I was a non-believer?
You can make me either a history or religion check to see how much of it you remember in terms of because
Could I make a history check as well?
Sure.
While they're doing that,
Okay.
reminder for you, B, you do have a wild magic surge whenever you want.
Oh, I know.
Again. Okay,
Ha!
just
I got a.
I gave
I
it
got
to
a
you
15.
so
like
quickly
that.
last time. You think
I
I'm
got
not
a
gonna
19.
hold on to
yeah.
it?
I'm just checking. I'm
Ah.
just checking that we remember that we have that.
I got
I
a
got a-
19.
I got a 15.
19, 15.
I, Apollo, the person, will not contribute to this conversation, or else my hyperfixation on religious studies will shine through.
So for you, Taldra, it was definitely for you. A lot of this was kind of down to a lot of intimidation. It was a kill or be killed. Who she was, and what she represents, was kind of only the half of it.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of a if you can't beat them, join them type situation. And she had power, and it was that self-fulfilling prophecy of if you don't join her, you die. But if you do join her, she gets more powerful. And so the harder it was to resist her, thus her effectively being able to take over a large majority of the labyrinth pretty much uncontested because people didn't want to die. So, you know.
Okay.
For you, Ilda, with your 19.
Oh.
Because you got more with your higher 19. You've done, you remember a study that you did into kind of the different, you found a little interest with the labyrinth after the incident. You kind of in your time kind of studied up because like you worried about what happened and what you were contributing to unintentionally, and so you kind of looked into this and where it came from and what it was connected to. And what you learned was that Lolth was, well, she is known as the Spider Queen. She was the first of the Driders, effectively. She was this beautiful, gorgeous drow woman who had a lot of status, a lot of power, and thought herself better than many. And then she was cursed to be this horrific monster. And with that unintentionally came power. Whilst intentionally seen as a curse, or being turned into this half drow, half spider monster, it did give her power and it did give her strength, which then others invested in. And gods gain a lot of their strength through their following, through those that believe in them. A lot of their power sheerly comes from belief. And she was very convincing one way or the other, either through charm or through pain.
I have an idea. I say in character, assuming Taldra and I just had a little back and forth where you told me about the intimidation of it all, and I was like, exactly. Where does all of that come from? It's all just a cycle of belief and power. I have an idea, and Lord, it's a stretch. But killing a god is not easy, so whatever idea we came up with was not going to be simple or easy.
Right.
I'm gonna say something. You can ask questions, but just at least let me finish talking about my plan first.
Okay.
While I left that job a while ago and somebody else technically should be doing the job instead, I highly doubt they have done anything particularly of note, which means most of their weaponry and armor was made by me. Now, some of that weaponry is magical. Not in a way that I can control. It was permanently imbued with magic. Of course, that was hard to do, but it was. That was a part of my job.
Okay.
However, they don't know that I can't control it. if I can convince them that I can turn off all of their special abilities on all of their weapons and make it all poof away like that, if we can lie to them, we could convince them that Lolth has no power. It all comes from everywhere else. Lolth has nothing. And then perhaps we hold it instead.
Sure. Really quickly, could you tell me a lie and try to convince me that it is true?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I mean, I'll try, but I am assuming that you guys will be doing a part of the deception. I'm not going to be taking care of the deception part, just the trickery part. But I'll try.
So you're
That's the same thing.
So as a
No,
as
because
you're
I
doing it,
can't.
you're
I
trying
can't.
to.
I want to be.
Okay, so you want to,
I want to be so
convince
clear.
these people that you are more of a god than Lolth is.
Yes. What I am saying.
Okay.
We're cooked.
What I'm saying is I could turn off, let's say, one piece of equipment because I know its weaknesses. I know and such, right? Using that as a basis for our deception. For the coup.
So you basically want to go up to the kitchen light switch, turn it off, and say, "I am the Lord of Light."
Yes.
Fucking.
Well,
Give me a very convincing lie.
Yeah, for sure. Just say something and do, because we know now that what you're going to say is a lie. Give us
give us something like 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
And we'll see if this can work to incite a coup.
Taldra's just like, what
We're
the fuck is
testing your
happening?
cool abilities right now.
Lie.
Your
Right.
ability.
Lie.
Enough from you, Balric.
In my
No!
free time,
I'm small again. I shrunk.
two truth and a lie. In my
Yes.
free time, I engage in embroidery.
okay.
Okay.
I have traveled to every
Province.
what are the provinces? Every province in the land, like 5 times each.
Okay.
I know what the princess's real hair color is.
Okay, now you roll and wield.
You roll
That'll be our
deception,
DC.
roll insight.
And what do you have?
What the hell?
+9.
Okay,
I have a +6. Okay. Hey.
Shaggy, what do you have
Nat
to
20
to
again.
persuasion?
Nice.
I'm not fucking kidding. Nat 20.
Shaggy, what
That's
do you have
crazy.
Nat
to
20
persuasion?
again.
So I
It's a
rolled
29.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. I rolled a
Cool.
17.
Cool.
This is going great. This is what a
18.
great idea. Yeah.
We all look at
Wow.
you and go, no.
I wasn't gonna because I was doing lying.
So you want to, okay, so again, kitchen, you want to go, and then us come up behind you,
Not the
and then we
light
come up behind you.
switch.
Behold, the Lord of Light
have
has
an idea.
arrived.
I have an idea.
Yes!
Taldra.
What is so
Hang
confusing?
Hang on, Taldra.
Coda.
Well, I like it's not that I don't like the idea, Ilda. I do.
Oh, it's
I
bad.
don't particularly like the idea.
No, it's
Ilda.
bad. We shouldn't do it.
Well, okay, but what if we did it and we had a celestial act as that powerful being?
But then who's with the... No, you know what? You're cooking. But then who's with the princess?
Vulcan.
Okay, why don't we? I do know a god. I had. What do
Well,
you think
you
I
already
was
have
doing
a
for the last 10 minutes?
Would
I
your
know.
god want to
I
get
know.
involved in this and show up like that?
I don't know. He thinks death is very cool. If we kill enough things, I'm sure he'll be interested.
Well, she does have a lot of undead soldiers, so I'm sure that goes against her.
Well, that's his favorite thing, actually.
Okay, so we've got 2 options then.
Right.
Okay.
I'm
So
looking
that's
at the
why-
princess like, I'm so sorry, you might have to die. We
What the
we
heck
might
is
not
I
make
will
it.
say, Griselda
It's
is
like,
watching this whole thing going, you're making this very complicated.
Let's
You could
just
also
go.
just stealth
No
it.
offense to any of you, but I think I have more chance than any of you of convincing anyone of any godly intention.
I'm
but
very intimidating.
yes,
you
you
are.
certainly
I
are
would agree
dying.
with that.
Thank you.
Good God, we're cooked. We're simply not finishing this campaign.
Okay, well, nobody else has come up with an idea
All
yet.
I will say
I
is
said a
that
coup.
Well, that's how to do the coup is
the
my
problem,
thing.
the
Yeah, my
problem
idea was how to
is
do the coup.
we
How
don't
to make
really
the coup
know
be
what
true.
is happening down there. As Taldra, you have not been there in a while.
This is correct.
What if there's
There-
already a coup happening and we're like, ah, shit, we brought a whole fake god and everything.
There are individuals that we have crossed paths with more recently that are no longer with us, but that's not a problem, that we could speak to. Learn what they know.
I don't want to do that.
Suit
I can
yourself.
raise the dead if we want.
We could always talk to dead people.
I
Well,
can do that.
no, she means one dead person in specific.
Well, I
Okay,
have
we
speak
can
with the
ask some
dead,
please.
so
I don't think he's going to talk to you guys.
Will he talk
well,
to you?
he's not. He was the regular him was very accommodating when he wasn't goop.
No, not Orion. The drow man that we killed.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
the Drider that you two fought.
right. That almost fucking killed me. All right.
Yeah, he's dark.
Well, what we can do is I can cast Speak with the Dead, and you can stand in front of me and mouth the words that I'm saying.
I still have to be there though. That is my problem.
Right. Well, he's already dead. He's not going to do anything to you.
If you
Physically, emotionally, he could do
Sinia,
something.
you of all people know that is not true.
Okay. So I have a +2 to deception. What about it?
if you cast Raise Dead, I will talk to him.
Great.
I'll raise him. Just gotta get his mouth.
I'm not gonna cast Raise
Well,
Dead. I'm gonna have to speak with
I
them.
don't
I was
know
gonna
how
say.
this works. I purposefully don't know how this works. Okay, if you make it so he
will.
can talk to us, I will talk to him. I guess.
As long as he still has a mouth. I mean, you didn't cut it off. He still has a mouth.
No, you cut him in half. He's fine.
Yeah, he still has a
The
mouth.
top
Yeah,
half
he's just
and-
Darth
still
Maul.
works.
Yeah.
The top
like
half
Darth
will
Maul.
answer brief, cryptic, and repetitive questions.
Don't like this.
Zariel kind of like presses a hand on your shoulder. Taldra is like, "You asked for my assistance. I can bring the body here if you wish to be more discreet."
Which half?
The mouth half, please, ideally.
We just
Bring me
get
the
the
mouth
spider
out.
ass.
I
Damn,
don't
that ass ain't talking, but I'm listening.
I'm listening. I'm listening full intently. Okay, I hate today. This is the worst day of my life. Yeah, go ahead and just bring him here, I guess.
She kind of holds out a hand, and you guys see a kind of glow in the air as a humanoid shape starts to form and kind of gets lowered to the ground as you see this body of this drow man. Taldra, now that
Yeah.
your memories are returned to you, there is not a doubt in your mind. This is Aster.
This is the worst day of my life.
So far.
Shut up.
Well, with the chance that we are all probably going to die, absolutely it is the worst day of my life.
Someone will die of fun, but the complete opposite.
It's like the opposite people that you think it would say it.
Worst day of your life so far.
I could make it worse right now.
Oh my god.
What a fucked up thing to say.
Fucked up.
What an odd thing to say.
All right.
Odd thing to say.
Are you ready?
No, go ahead and do it.
Okay, well, that's kind of conflicting information.
I don't think I'm ever going to be ready. How do you talk to somebody that...
Yes.
Go ahead.
I will cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. Yeah, what does this look like, Sinia, as you cast this?
Speak with the Dead. This one I think will look like something adjacent to like a spring day turning into like a deluge. Just kind of, it starts off very like spring breeze through the trees, becomes very wet and nasty, and kind of just put that away. Her magic is nasty. It's a little gross, and just kind of envelops him for a moment before he just starts to float and glow bright green.
Yeah. He kind of glows, his eyes open, kind of takes in a breath of air. As you have cast Speak with Dead, I believe you get 5 questions, yes? Read me the wording of the spell here.
Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
Oh boy!
The spell does not return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse cannot learn any new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events.
Okay.
Wait, don't you also have Truth Stone? Or are those both concentration?
Do you have Lawcaster?
No.
I could zone of truth this guy from the back. Don't like how that sounds.
Can you zone of truth a dead body?
Alric, it's fine. He doesn't have a back anymore.
Yeah,
He's
we
half
took
a
care of
body.
that.
Yeah, can you Zone of Truth a dead body if you
I
animate
don't
it again?
think... Can an undead
It just
be
says
Zone
on
of
it.
Truth?
I
It's
believe.
a.
Jesus,
It
let me
just
have
says a
look then.
creature.
Yeah, I mean, it is still technically a creature, even
Yeah,
if
it's
it's
a creature.
Right,
dead.
it just says a creature.
Una criatura.
Well,
technically-
isn't a corpse technically an object? I believe
No.
that's a...
If it's talking.
Well, it's got a. It is imbued
Okay.
with an animated spirit at
Okay,
this
fair
point
enough.
because
Yeah,
it
sure.
has Speak with Dead in it.
Sure. You want a Zone
This
of
is the
Truth on
weirdest
this
What the
guy?
fuck I got a jewel? Do you
Oh,
guys-
he is
Someone
going
else
to be
used their
aware of
spell
it.
Hmm.
He will be aware of it.
Well, he won't really be aware because he doesn't have a soul.
Does that just mean he
It says he
automatically
can't.
fails?
It says it can't comprehend anything that's happening to it.
Oh, so he automatically fails.
Not being aware of what's
This
going
is getting
on
real
really
in the
does sound
weeds
like
of
a
rules.
failed
We're getting
wizard.
real in the weeds here.
So he
Not
automatically
really.
fails Zone of Truth.
Aware of what's going on, that really does sound to me like I'm failing a charisma save.
Mm.
Yeah,
It can't comprehend anything that has happened since it died.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can't learn any new information. Can't
Hang
comprehend
on.
anything.
I'm gonna double check the rules real quick.
I love Dungeons
Guys,
and
we're
Dragons
hustling
so
a little bit
much.
too much. We are hustling
Dungeons and
so hard.
Dragons So much. Like, what do you mean that on a Friday afternoon I'm having a conversation as to whether or not a dead body can be
based
compelled
on
to
the
tell the truth?
rules as written in D&D 5e, you cannot use Zone of Truth to compel honesty from Speak with Dead. So they're
What the hell?
because it
Whoever
is
said
technically it's a
that
thing
is-
where so the dead body is a corpse, which is an object
Oh, it's
with a
makes it an
spirit
object.
that's kind of
Just
possessing
like
it
inhabiting
somewhat.
it for a second.
Yeah.
They're separating the spirit from the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, the spirit is
okay.
in the spirit is in the afterlife, so it is dead, but it is the body is a conduit for it. It's not inhabiting, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right.
It's just
okay.
like a
So it's not
hotel
in
room.
it, so it doesn't make it a creature.
What the fuck, Coda? What do you mean this is like a hotel room?
Like it doesn't
Nobody's-
live there, but it's
You know how
staying
you
there
guys
now.
haunt your hotel
It's
room?
the opposite of the saying, nobody's home but the lights are on. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a dog sitter.
But no
What?
one is home.
Anyway, you have a
I
body.
can't speak with Dad. You have
Yes.
5 questions.
5 questions.
Okay.
Who is asking them, and what are your questions?
She's gonna turn to Senna. What am I asking him first?
I don't know. You guys told me to bring him here.
Okay, so what do we know about him already? What do we know about him already?
We should probably ask about how the political situation in the labyrinth is looking.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Okay.
You really have been eating the red velvet cake throughout the entire.
I know.
It looks so good.
Wow.
Can I have some?
Wow.
I've eaten a solid like half of what was here.
I just want the chat to know that prior to us starting, B was like, hey, this is going to be an emotionally heavy episode, and it's been nothing but gags and goofs. So shout out to us for that. Okay.
We heard B and we said no.
We said,
All right.
no.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What are you talking about? What do you mean this hasn't been an emotional?
Hey,
episode?
y'all, we're getting close to the end, so we should probably get these questions.
Yeah, lock in.
Okay.
Look it. What?
Okay, well, ask about what we're walking into. What's it like down there right now?
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be yes or no questions, right?
No.
You can ask whatever, but it will probably be like kind of short in its answering.
What dead body of Aster? What has it been like down there since I left?
You ask that question. And kind of there's a moment. Taldra, it's really you. It's since you left, things have gone as I predicted. The city is under the control of Lolth. Not only that, she has taken residence within the citadel itself. She is in full control.
That is true. I did see that. So it seems like he's cooperating.
Okay. Have there been any attempts from anybody to try and free the city?
I am unsure. There were whispers of revolt and resistance, but many times that has happened, many times it has been wiped out. But more recently I've heard those whispers again, but I cannot be sure.
Is there a weakness that you are aware of that somebody could exploit?
That's a good question. Hang on, B is
Thank
having to
you.
think. Yeah, that's a good question. Trying to think.
And it has to be objective because you can't
Yeah.
speculate.
That's true.
Get his ass. When
Well, I used to.
Girl, you better calm down. I swear to God.
You started this.
Okay, I do have an answer for you.
Okay.
Her weakness is her pride. She is a proud being. Always has been, always will be.
I thought you were gonna
But
say a proud bitch.
It is also hubris. If her pride is questioned, I do not know what lengths she will go to that are unreasonable.
This bitch really is Arachne.
Twitch wouldn't let me say weakness. Pride is her weakness. Oh, she a fag hag for real.
Wow.
I can say it.
Were you
Oh my
silent
God.
or were you silenced?
Exactly.
You have 2 questions remaining.
Oh God. She's gonna look to the group. I have a question, but it is not in regards to what we have to do. So if anybody has any other questions.
Perhaps we should ask about a secret pathway in to our quarters.
Okay.
I understand you have something personal that you would like to ask, but this might just be too important.
We have 2 questions
You
left.
do have 2 questions
No?
remaining, yeah.
We have 2 left? Okay.
Is there a fast way from where we stand now, a fast and secret way from where we stand now to the Citadel?
We drow always know how to find our way home. Trust your instincts, and it will take you there. You always knew how to get in and out unnoticed. You always found your ways. I always followed. Many of those ways have been dealt with, but others are simply guarded. Easy access in and out for supplies, but if you can draw guards away, they would be less heavily defended than the main gates. You would know where to find them. One question left. Sinia, you can feel the magic kind of starting to waver as this spell is reaching its end, kind of holding on to it just for that last moment.
You have one more, but that's it.
Is there anything else you would all like me to ask?
I don't have anything.
Are there any loose ends we're forgetting about?
I don't think so. I think I have an idea as to how to call out her pride. I'm sure I can figure out a way to get in. I'm sure we can figure out a distraction. What did you say?
Don't make me say it again.
I literally did not hear what you said.
You said I know how to draw out her pride. I said a flash mob.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hello. Just...
Chorus line? What do you know about a chorus line?
Someone just do the opening number from Cabaret. She'll just show up and sit down and watch.
Yeah.
What's your last question?
If you all are okay with it, I would like to ask something personal then.
Yes, do it quickly though. It is
Right. Sorry. Was your need to survive, did it outweigh the amount that you loved me? Hey.
I mean, clearly.
So,
Fucking
what was the exact wording of the question again?
Was your need to survive greater than how much you loved me?
Kind of waits for a moment. Taldra, I loved you more than anything. Truly, I did. Loth is a monster that destroys everything she touches. Especially those who try to defy her. I know I betrayed you. But I knew what would happen to you if we tried to run away from this. You deserve better than that. I know that I betrayed you, and I will spend the rest of eternity in regret of that for my cowardice. But my love for you never wavered. And it never will. I hope it is a long time until I see you again. But know that I will be waiting. Should you still want me. If you can forgive me for all I have done to you. And that, with that, the eyes fade. The body slumps to the ground once more as the spell ends.
Okay, so we are going to need a good distraction for when we find an entrance. When we get into the Citadel, my idea is that I use the fact that I am a part of... I have a pact with Zariel, and that I throw Zariel over Loth, and then we shall go from there.
Okay. Vulcan kind of steps forward, kind of observing all of this quietly. He's like,
I forgot he was here!
Yeah, he's been very quiet. For such a tall, like, massive being, like, he has been deadly quiet. It's...
He's been mogging the whole time.
He's been mogging!
He kind of steps out of the shadow of the tree and is like, I will stay here and defend the princess from anyone that might try to bring harm to her, as is my duty.
Oh, shit, I forgot you were here.
When I stand very still, no one can see me.
It's very impressive.
The Destroyer.
That's really good, yeah.
Drax the Destroyer.
Learn to blend into my surroundings. Survival tactic.
Rest in peace, Drax the Destroyer. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. He's not dead, but I just hope he's resting.
Quit telling people I'm dead!
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Okay, so we rest, regain our
Please,
strength.
yes, dear God. Oh, I need the equivalent of maybe, I don't know, 8 hours.
Do we have 8 hours? Is she gonna be okay for 8? She turns to Zariel. Do we have 8 hours?
I can give you as much time as you need, but all time that you spend here is time that you are losing. But
okay,
rest is important. You should be at full strength. I can give you as much time as I can grant, but the problem is her life is being drained away and I can't replace that. I can only slow it down. But 8 hours should be enough. It might be the last time you can regain your strength.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
going
take a
to
nap
go lay down. I'm going to lay down. I'm still at half health.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You all settle down, take time as probably at this point the sun is starting to kind of go down into a sunset as you all sit on this hill, kind of bathed in this orange light from the sun as it sets, as you regain your strength, prepare for the task at hand, descending into the labyrinth. And yeah, you take the time to rest, and as you do, kind of as you come to the end of that rest, it is still under the cover of night at this point. The stars kind of glow bright and the moon is fully out, so you are still kind of bathed in this moonlight. And I think as you kind of finish your rests and start kind of packing up your things, ready to leave, Alaric, another petal falls from the flower.
Now, I knew that you were gonna end this session with fucking shots fired at me. Yeah. Ouchie. I think that entire rest, I did sleep a full 8 hours, but I did not leave her side. I think I even like laid her on my lap as I fell asleep watching over her.
Mm-hmm.
And Alaric can't bring himself to say anything to her before he goes. Mm-hmm. But he just presses his forehead to hers while she's still asleep, because he doesn't want her to be awake when he goes. He doesn't want her to see the fear in his eyes. So before he leaves, he presses his forehead to hers for a very brief moment, hovers over it as if he were going to kiss her forehead, but can't bring himself to, and just presses the forehead again, whispers, "You're going to be all right." And before he goes, he casts heroism on her one last time.
Yeah.
Hoping that he won't have to do it again when he comes back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You cast that heroism. You all stand tall as you start making your way down the hill, heading in the direction of... You've been given some directions, probably through a mix of through Vulcan, who knows the land quite well, and probably a little bit through Griselda as well, who keeps an eye on things like that. Has kind of, between the two of them, has given you insight into where you might be able to find an entrance to the labyrinth. And you all feel stronger, ready to face the task ahead, as well as getting your rest. You all level up.
Yay! That means I can get new spells!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As you go from level 11 to level 12.
Oh, fuck it up.
Heck yeah. Listen, I gotta give you a little something. Yeah, a little something
I
after all the...
Do I get one level per petal?
No.
Do I get
If
a
he
level
gets-
per petal?
If he gets one level per petal, can I get one level per flower I've thrown up?
Well, okay, so Alaric, if you want one
I have
one
such a
level,
conundrum to
so
figure out.
each petal represents a level. Okay, so it's lost two petals. So go down to level 9 for me. If that's yeah. No? Oh, I thought
No.
you wanted. I thought you wanted one level per petal, and you're losing.
B,
the
I was
petals, so-
jesting and joking. B, I was jesting and joking.
I was making a yoke.
Justing.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I have such a conundrum now because I can either get divine intervention, or
Ooh.
I either get divine intervention at level 10 for cleric, or level 3 at sorcerer, and I get more meta magic.
Oh, I get another thing for warlockness.
Yep. Level 12 is a good one.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Boy.
as
yeah,
you guys
do.
are,
I also think
thinking about
you now have
levels.
3 eldritch blasts.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, as you're thinking about your levels and such, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Highguard Heroes as we're starting to get into the end game now. I think next episode will probably be that penultimate one. Yeah, we're certainly getting there. Thank you everybody for being here. Why don't we go around the table and let everybody tell you where you can find them? Who would like to go first?
Not me.
Damn, don't everyone speak at once. I will pick one.
Oh my god. Hello.
Hello.
It has been me, Sharik, as well as aka Sharik Mane. If you want to hire me, that would be the name. What am I saying? Hi everyone, I've been Sharik. My pronouns are she, her. I have played Ilda Wildforge, your favorite artificer, who comes up with the best plans. I actually think you guys are all stupid.
Guys, what if I just convinced an entire cult that I was a god more important than this?
I
was on your side.
And I could if I could just have some support from my team.
And I could get away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
But anyway, I am a sound designer and a producer in the actual play space. I make podcasts. I make other podcasts, and I make even more podcasts. One of those you can check out as the One Shot Podcast, which is a great podcast. OneShotPodcast.com. You can find all the info over there. It's a great show. Go check it out. I sound design it. I don't speak on it. You're not gonna hear me on it, but you're gonna hear the things that I put on it. So there you go. You can follow me on Blue Sky at shocklink.com. That will be SHAGHIK.com. That's also my website. Thank you.
All right, amazing. Who would like to go next? Before I pick on someone.
I can go.
Hi.
It's the baby.
Because we have a visitor.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Anne. I use she, her pronouns. This is Artie. She does also use she, her pronouns. I checked. I had her pick. I also found out that she's a centrist lesbian. So that's fun.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out.
You know,
she's
not great with the centrism, but
she's socially liberal but fiscally conservative. Anyway. You can find me absolutely everywhere. You can find me absolutely everywhere at actuallyanne art. If you look up my username on that thing and I don't pop up, it means I'm not on there. Mostly on Instagram and TikTok, but you can find me here. You can find me on Freddy's Roommate's channel, playing the Yellow Power Ranger, and we're just starting to record season 2, so look out for that. And you can find me on the Dicescape channel. You can find me on the Streaming Rainbow channel. You can find me on Hilarity Save. You can find me on Dungeon Dropouts. If you ask me to do something, I'll probably do it. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
But yeah.
That's real.
It's up there.
You know? And Artie's in most of it because she wants to be on camera.
As she should.
Exactly.
Artie's a wonderful baby, and we love Artie.
She's evil.
Yeah. Well, we love her anyway.
You know, it's the centrism. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I can go next as somebody else with a pet in pro.
Yeah, that's enough of me.
Wow.
Hi everyone, my name is Dakota. I use they them pronouns. I have been your really sad warlock who finally knows why she was really sad. Yay! This is NASA. NASA has no political opinions. As you can see, she's tired of all the shit. You can find me most places on the internet at western.dakota. I also am a freelance editor. I will edit anything that you all need me to do. I like it. I am currently editing stuff for Cole Wolf Run, which is a lot of fun, and you can often find me over on his channel as as his goddess of storms and eagles, Garulana. You can also find me, speaking of gods, over at the Strangers Guild as Cersei, goddess of wisdom, hopefully knock on wood. I'm also over at the Dicescape as Ruthie in Fallout the Garden of Adam, and Eleanor in The Last Arcanist. You can also find me over at Doob Force channel as Rosemary, the not at all pirate cleric of death. And you can find me over on my own Twitch, Western Dakota, where I do a lot of charity one-shot streams, which are going to be starting up soon in a little bit here, as I have some pretty exciting news that I will be announcing soon. What else do I do now? Oh, you can also find me over at the Not a Casual Network on Gridiron Geeks, a podcast where we talk about all things football and all things nerd culture. So if those two things are up your alley and you want to talk about your feelings about the Mall TV show, come on over. We got a lot of thoughts on that. So, yeah.
Still need to watch it.
Darth Maul?
Still need to watch it.
I thought the mall is in like American shopping center.
Like
mall.
a shopping mall, yeah.
Not like that kind of mall. The kind of mall that my former lover is apparently similar to.
Damn.
Incredible.
They're not dead unless there's a body, kids.
Woof.
That's real.
Shut up. All right. And then last but certainly not least, it's Apollo. Apollo, you should talk about that thing. You know, the thing.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. My name is
God.
Apollo. You can find me on the internet at tallnerdapollo. I do cosplay. I do GTRPGs. I do voice acting. You can find me. Okay, so I got a channel, right? It's called Mikes and Mimics. Fucking this Sunday, este domingo, va a ser la última parte de una miniserie de Daggerheart que está sponsored by Darrington Press. Sponsored by Darrington Press. Y va a ser la última parte de la miniserie. Yeah.
Spanish Darrington Press is insane.
Darrington Press. You gotta throw that out.
Darrington Press is crazy. Spanish Darrington Press isn't real. It can't hurt you. Spanish Darrington Press
is sponsored by Darrington Press.
It's like with
the España accent on it is specifically.
It's like when Chandler Bing talks about how his parents
Spain Spanish specifically.
Where else would you want it to be from? I grew up in the north of Spain. Also,
listen, I kind of want to hear like a Dominican Spanish on.
If I had a nickel for every time a Puerto Rican looked at me and said, "Nah, you Puerto Rican," I'd have 4 nickels.
It's a lot of nickels.
It's too many. I'm not Puerto Rican. I don't put me in there because not because Puerto Rico is beautiful. I love it conceptually, but it's not me. I come from the colonizer country. It feels wrong to be assigned to Puerto Rico.
Where can people find you, Apollo?
You can find me on the internet at tallnerdapollo. You can find me at Mikes and Mimics. And hey, right after we're done this, what I've been saying, in case you don't speak Spanish, is 4-part Daggerheart miniseries sponsored by Darrington Press. Finale is this Sunday. The art was done by Anne, and it's great. And Hannah keeps saying that her character isn't hot, and I said, well, Anne made the character art, so he is, and I'm sorry.
Get me out of this.
No. And then once we finish up with Daggerheart, we're going back to D&D. We're going to 5.5, and we're going to be running a rework of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Oh my god, who can you see in that? Well, you can see the illustration Gorgeous Bee. You can see the magnificent Doob 4.
Don't encourage his ego like that.
Yes, I will. That's Pookie Bear. That's literally Baby Girl.
You mean the person who in chat just said, I kind of want Spanish Darrington Press to hurt me?
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
The illustrious and ethereal Abigail the Nerd. And the magnificent Ree at Relentless. And my ass also gonna be there, apparently. Fucking.
Yeah.
Where else can you see? That's it. That's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Buenas noches a todos. Muchas gracias por estar aquí y ver este video. El VOD se subirá a YouTube en la siguiente semana, más o menos.
Thank you.
Will
You're
it
welcome.
actually be up then?
All right, and then there's me. Hi everybody, I'm B. You can find me here every or Friday. That's the day of the week we're on. Every Friday, GMing Highguard Heroes, at least for the next few weeks, as we wrap up this this show, this mini series. We're almost there, y'all. It's some crazy shit. But yeah, I'll be doing that for the next couple of weeks. You can also find me every Tuesday GMing Tales of Aegis, which you can see right there, which is our mainline campaign and is also set in the future of Highguard Heroes. So the lore of Highguard Heroes directly affects that campaign. It's pretty crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh yeah.
I almost
yeah.
finished my cake.
Yeah. So if a rock falls in Highguard Heroes, Tales of Aegis hears about it.
If
yeah.
a butterfly flaps its wings in...
Yeah.
Is what we're doing here going to determine whether Lolth is in a fucking soul cage for them?
That is a question I will not answer. Anyway,
I love that for you.
Don't worry about
Love.
it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you can find me over there GMing that. And then on every other Sunday, you can find me GMing Astral Guardians, which is another D&D campaign set in the same universe around the same time as Tales of Aegis, but it's in space. And it's what I like to call our silly, goofy, fun time campaign. That's very got a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy inspiration, but instead of being Guardians of the Galaxy 1 like I was expecting, it's more the very, very, very sad parts of Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh.
Unintentionally. Yeah. I killed my first ever player character in that game, and then I killed another one 5 seconds later.
Sure.
It was, yeah, it was time. It was a time. And then I killed everyone's favorite NPC within the same session as well. It was, yeah, a lot of death in that campaign. It's only been 10 episodes.
I respect it.
It's only been 10 episodes. But yeah, you can find me GMing that. And then also you can find me over on the Mikes and Mimics channel very, very soon for the Vecna Eva Ruin campaign. I'm very, very excited about that.
He's
yeah.
such a pure, gorgeous character. I can't wait to be like,
it's a little I'm just a little guy. But yeah, she's just a girl. How dare you be mean to her? Every bit of pain I inflict on Apollo in this campaign will be dropped on me tenfold in a much longer campain over there. So if you want to see me,
I do kind of love how everything you do to me feels preemptive.
It's gonna be great. But yeah. You find me over there, and then on my personal channels, you can find me on my personal Twitch, bplaysgames_. Most Thursdays playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my wonderful friends Jay and Cece. As we are in Act 3, we have just made it down to the main part of Act 3. We've just crossed the bridge.
Proud of you.
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, we're getting there. It's been a great run so far. It's gonna be super fun. We're getting back into that hopefully next week. And then my personal profiles and stuff, B does D&D on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me making a mixture of TTRPG, cosplay, LARP, and the additional fashion bit of content. I do a variety of stuff. You can find me over there doing those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all as we dive into the labyrinth next time. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye,
everyone. Adiós a todos. Buenas noches. Pasad buen fin de semana.
Adiós.
Es sponsored by Darrington Press.
It's